Alright guys, here we go again. So last week I came across this new secret dropshipping method that apparently in no time will make you 10k per month in profit just like this. Apparently this thing is so unknown and so untapped that you will literally get transported to the stratosphere overnight, get placed in a Dubai penthouse with a Lamborghini. Wow, right? Like, take my money. But what is this thing? It's called micro-branded dropshipping. And in today's video, I'll break down exactly how it works and how it differs, if it even does, from traditional dropshipping that you know. And then at the very end, I'll tell you if this is something that's worth you looking into, or if it's just complete bullshit and it's just a complete waste of your time. But before we get more into the video, if you're new to the channel, let me just introduce myself. My name is Rasmus. I run a marketing agency and then I launch and scale dropshipping stores with my business partner, where we scale them up and then we sell them to random strangers on the internet. If you do end up finding some value from this video, I would highly appreciate it if you just hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And then if you have any questions throughout the video, just leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to answer, because I'm not here to gatekeep anything. And if you want something answered, I'll be happy to answer it for you. So what makes micro-branded dropshipping so different from traditional dropshipping? Well, let's take a look at it and let's try and dive into it. So first things first, you need to find a product like you do with any dropshipping store. First off, product, then store, and then ads, right? And so the advice with this micro-branded dropshipping is that first of all, you should avoid selling saturated items or just complete junk that you find on AliExpress. And then the product that you do find should match these criteria. First of all, it should have gone viral on TikTok already. Then it should have some sort of lifestyle or emotional appeal, and it should be easy to market. And then the last thing is that you can actually go to your suppliers with this micro-branded dropshipping and ask them how much a certain product is sold for. And with AI, they will be able to tell you how many orders it has had. So let's try and break this down together and let's just try and use some common sense, okay? So first things first, about the saturation and the junk. Of course, you don't want to sell already saturated products and you don't want to sell junk. That makes perfect sense. If you watched any of my previous YouTube videos, I talk quite a lot about it. A sweet spot for a product in terms of order volume is somewhere around 2,000 orders and a max at 10K. If it has more than 10,000 orders, you just want to move on. It's already saturated and you find something else. And so if we apply that same logic at 2,000 and max 10,000 orders worldwide for this one product, if a product's already gone super viral multiple times on TikTok, it's likely that that product is already saturated and it'll be too late for you to actually get in. You need to remember the fundamentals when it comes to dropshipping and finding products, right? It needs to have three things. It needs to have a wow factor, it needs to solve a real world problem, and then it needs to have a high perceived value. If your product doesn't have this, then it's not going to be something you can make money off. So in one of the videos I saw about this new method, he brought up specifically an air humidifier. And he said that the reason why this product was able to be successful was because it had an emotional appeal to the audience. And the reason it had this emotional appeal was because you could fill up with cologne and then you could remind people about their loved ones. Like say you're in a relationship and you miss your girlfriend, well, you could fill it up then with her cologne and then, you know, it would remind you of her and it would be like she's in the room, blah, blah, blah. But if we look up the literal definition of something being appealing, it means that it's interesting or attractive. And I would say instead of having an emotional appeal like filling something up with cologne, having a wow factor or solving a real world problem, like an issue people's actually dealing with on a day-to-day basis, that's much more attractive or interesting than just being able to be reminded of someone you already miss. And so if we apply this logic to an air humidifier, well, we can quite quickly see it's not something that's actually gonna work. And if you've ever tried to sell air humidifiers, you probably know that it's super hard to make money because that market is already super saturated. You may as well be selling a posture corrector, and we all know that that's one of the oldest and most popular dropshipping products ever invented. And if you're gonna launch a store like that, you'll likely see zero sales and just burn all your money. And then I just wanna touch on the last thing that I saw in one of these videos, is that you can use warehouses and they use AI to confirm order volume with you. If anyone ever tells you that they're using AI to confirm order volume with you, I want you to just run the other way. It's very easy to see how many items of a specific product you've sold. It's literally just something you see in a spreadsheet. You don't need AI to do that at all. So if you have a supplier or you have a specific warehouse that you work with and they say that they need to use AI to look something up, they're probably just lying to you to make it sound like they're smarter than they actually are. You just go into a Google Sheet or go into an Excel spreadsheet, press Control or Command F, and then search for the product, and there you can see the actual order volume. So, okay, we can kind of to say that some of the things here make sense, like don't sell junk, don't sell something that's already saturated, and sell something that's easily marketable. But a lot of the things that's being said here, and apparently the people are trying to sell with this new method, I would say it's mostly just fluff. Like having an emotional appeal doesn't really make sense. Using AI and warehouses to confirm order volume, it seems like it's just a scam, honestly, if you just think about it. But let's try and move on. So let's try and move to the actual store section, like how a micro-branded dropshipping store differs from a traditional dropshipping store. So when it comes to building a website, the main thing that I got from watching a few videos is that you don't want it to actually look like a dropshipping store, but you want to have clean, professional branded images. And then you don't want to have these spammy things like spin the wheel or whatever pop-ups. And you just want to make the friction between going to the product page and then actually making the order as frictionless as possible, taking people the fastest from A to B essentially. And I think that honestly makes total sense. I don't think anyone in dropshipping right now that's not into micro-branded dropshipping, whatever that means, actually wants their website to look like you're buying something from China. If you watched any of my past videos, I've talked a lot about how important it is to have clean branded images where you can literally just go on your competitor's website, steal their images, go into Canva, edit them together, put your own logo on it and put your own colors and fonts and whatever. And then now you have assets that looks 10 times better than your competition already. If you just have scammy looking product images, I promise you, you're not gonna go far at all. And having a branded website is something that everyone in dropshipping has been doing for ages if they're actually doing good numbers. If you've never gotten success with dropshipping and you didn't know this until now, that's probably a big reason why. So sure, this section about building your store, it makes sense, but I would say it's nothing new. It's just kind of wrapped in a different wrapper. And then the last thing that's being pushed about this, which honestly I very dislike, and this is what really sets the alarm bells off for me, is that you need to use AI to create these websites. And listen, if someone ever tells you that you need to use AI to create your website, I would say run the other way. What I would advise you to do instead is to use something like Shrine Theme Pro, which I guarantee you the biggest dropshippers in the world right now, they're using Shrine Theme Pro. They're not using some secret AI that's linked up to ChatGPT that will in the end just produce you a mediocre layout at best. Whereas with Shrine Theme Pro, you get everything you pretty much need besides 5 apps that you need to put on your website. And from there, you have a clean, professional looking, high converting website. All you need to focus on are a few things. You need to have clean, good looking branded images, have a GIF that demonstrates your product, have a clear and concise copy that tells people why your product is gonna help them, and then have a ton of testimonials. That's literally it. AI is not here to save your lazy ass. You need to actually put in the work. AI for websites is just not good enough at this point. It may be in a year from now, we don't know, but it's evolving quite rapidly. But for now, you should not be relying on AI to save your ass and make you a high converting website, because 99% of the time it won't happen. And then the last thing I see people push a lot with this micro-brand dropshipping is to use AutoDS or SendDrop for your order fulfillment. And listen, if you want branded products, don't use AutoDS or SendDrop. They cannot do it for you. The only thing they can do is that you can connect with some manufacturers that do private label, but then you're gonna either be paying a premium or you're gonna need to order some stock and keep that somewhere in the US or wherever you want to have your warehouse. What you need instead is that you need a private supplier that can actually hook you up with real branded products. This way, you still don't need to buy stock, and your private supplier will also source different variations of the items that you actually want to sell and make sure that you have the highest quality variation of that product. On top of that, they will also make sure that you have better shipping time than any of the Chinese manufacturers that you will find on AutoDS or SendDrop. And so you literally cannot compare the two. And so if you want a private supplier, you can literally just DM me on Instagram or TikTok, and I'll be happy to make a free introduction. But if you think AutoDS or SendDrop will be able to take you to like $1 million a month in revenue or $100,000 a month in revenue, they might, but you're probably gonna be stuck with a ton of disputes and a ton of refund requests, and it's gonna be so much more of a headache for you. And the only reason people are pushing these different softwares is because they're getting a fat affiliate commission from you. Instead, as I said, I would highly encourage you to just find a private supplier that will make your life so much easier, give you better prices, branded opportunities, and then also have faster shipping. So, is micro-branded dropshipping the thing that will make you a millionaire and will make you finally be able to get success in dropshipping? Well, yes and no. A lot of the things that's being pushed around this narrative with micro-branded dropshipping is something that people have talked about for years. And if you actually just look through kind of the marketing aspect of it, it's really just the fundamentals that's being pushed and then adding a few things on top that sounds fancy, like AI and emotional appeal and all these different things. A lot of the things that's being said about this business model is something that me and a lot of other successful dropshippers have already been doing for years. So just because something old is wrapped in a new wrapper, it doesn't make it something new and exciting. Having a product with low competition that's not saturated, having a product page and a website that looks clean, branded, and professional, and selling a product that actually just solves real problems for real people is the very fundamentals of dropshipping that's been around forever. It's not anything new. And you getting an edge over the competition with AI making you this like fancy website that will just convert a ton of people is not true. You're just getting sold a lie. The only edge you can really get with dropshipping is having a private supplier. And this is something that every successful person on YouTube that you see has already in place, but they're just not talking about it because they want to sell you AutoDS and SendDrop because they can make affiliate commission off the back end. So guys, I urge you, don't fall for these things. Focus on learning the fundamentals. Focus primarily on just sharpening your skills and learning how to find good products that people actually want. If you can just nail that, I promise you everything will fall into place eventually. So guys, that's it for this video. I do hope you found some value in it. If you did, I would highly appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. That would massively help me out. And if you're new to dropshipping or you're just struggling to find success and you actually want real one-on-one help, you can apply for my mentorship down below. I have a link in the description. Here you can talk directly one-on-one with me in a mentorship where we'll go on Google Meets multiple times a week and I'll teach you the exact step-by-step process of how you can get success in dropshipping. If you click the link down below, you can get more information in the VSL and then you can book a meeting with me, and I hope to talk to you soon. But that's it for this time, guys. I hope I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.